dark. I mean, but this guy is amazing. It's amazing, the transformation. Now he's melting down, and he's, you know how we always put this hard exterior. You meet these guys and, oh, I'm a biker. And you look at them, they have this hard look on them. I mean, I've seen God transform lives, and that's the power of the gospel. That's the power of a simple message, that Jesus Christ died and He rose again. It's powerful. But here you say, what does that mean for our community of faith even today? Well, the Apostle Paul, I'm going to talk about 4 important principles to remember in releasing the power of God's people. There is a power here. There is a sleeping giant in the church that God can use and wants to use to transform the city. But the reality is, it can be, I've heard this before, that the church is a sleeping giant. I mean, we're talking not our church, but I'm talking church as a whole. Have you ever heard that before? That the church is a sleeping giant. Well, what's going to wake them up? What's going to wake the church up? I believe there's principles in God's Word here that we want to look at. Let's read starting with verse 7. It says this, "But to each one of us, grace has been given us as Christ apportioned it. This is why it says, when He ascended on high, He led captives in His train and gave gifts to men." What does He ascended mean? Except that He also descended to the low system, a digestive system, so that when you eat, it processes that food that you. Some eat bad, some of us eat really bad, some of us eat really good. And so what nourishment it does, but it breaks it down. You don't even know what's going on, except when you feel a rumbling in your tummy. I mean, sometimes I'll be sitting in meetings and I said, man, take it easy in there. You know, it's really loud. I'm thinking, man, why are you being so loud, man? Why do you have to system slow down here, man? Maybe it's getting noisier the older you get. I don't know. But it's kind of but there's systems that work together. Well, there's 4 things that we need to remember in releasing the power of God's people. The first one is this. Remember, each of us has been given special gifts that we have not earned or deserved. Verse 7, "But to each one of us, what? Grace has been given as Christ apportioned it." This pastor, don't be scared of me. You have somebody who sees you 24/7. Oh, surveillance. He stalks you because He loves you. And He wants the best for your life. Do you really understand how much He loves you? Do you really understand that He wants the best for you? It starts with surrender. It says, Lord, I'm not where I should be, God, and I want to be somewhere else. I want to be in Your presence. I want to grow in my faith. I want to grow in my walk with You. And it takes teamwork. It takes a body coming together.